December 28th Board of Zoning Appeals meeting. Call the meeting to order, and let's start with the reading of the minutes from the October 25th, last regularly scheduled meeting. Review that, and I'll entertain discussion or motion.
I move to accept the minutes as presented.
I have a motion.
I'll second.
I have a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Minutes approved as written. Wonderful job. We've got one item on the agenda today, and it's the public hearing for the special exception permit request for Jeffrey and Kimberly, I'm going to say this wrong, Hauersberger?
Yeah.
There, right. For property located at 2106 24th Street, Bedford. And the owners are requesting that they be allowed to put a type 2 manufactured home on the property. The request has been reviewed by the Planning Commission and has now been moved to the Zoning Board for final approval.
So, like I said earlier, I'll let you guys know, Kimberly called me and said she runs a daycare, and her husband had just got a call for a new job this week, so he started it. So he obviously didn't have the time to be able to take off, to be able to show up here, and then she was unable to leave the kids. However, she did leave me a phone number to call her if there's any questions that we need. If the board has no objections, I can tell you what she's wanting to do. And if we need to speak with her, then I can call her.
As far as I'm concerned, that's.
I'll have to recuse myself because we have this property listed. I believe we have this
Right.
property listed.
I think you did the
Yeah.
same thing for the
Yes.
Okay.
No problem. That is fine. Go ahead and tell us.
Okay, so Kimberly and Jeffrey contacted me about this property, and currently, the way that it's zoned, it cannot, under the permitted uses, a type 2 manufactured home was not allowed. Actually, no manufactured home was allowed on it at all. So, in order to be able to get that done, under your paperwork that you have here, it shows under the special exception permits, a type 2 manufactured home needs to be approved by the Board of Zoning to be able to have this use on this property, which is zoned R4. So currently what they're doing is they have already placed an offer on this property, I believe, and they are waiting just to hear if they can get this zoning, then they're gonna purchase it fully, and they're going to be able to put the manufactured home on there. The type 2 is a home that is 320 square feet or more. So, but I think they're gonna put like an 1,100 or 1,200 square foot home on there, which would fall within this category, what they needed, and it's gonna have a permanent foundation for the home as well. So, and it should, if you've been to the area to see it, I think it'll actually make a difference in the area, having a newer home there, and maybe that might help things out within that area. But that's what they're looking to do, and they just really need the approval of the board to be able to move on with their.
And the way I understood it, it'll be something similar to what Thorns has or up by Needmore.
Yes. Yeah. It's not gonna be a single wide home, it's gonna be a nice style home, exactly like Bill has expressed there, is like you would see over at Thorns is when you drive down the highway that they have.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a decent home that they can put in that neighborhood.
Jeff used to work for Times Mail. He was a reporter.
That's how I knew that.
Yeah, just a nice guy.
Okay, absolutely.
Is it a modular home then, or a manufactured home?
It's gonna be a manufactured home.
So is it gonna be a double wide, I guess?
It'd probably it'd be considered like a double wide.
Okay.
So it'll come in on wheels, but they're gonna take it off of the wheels and put it on a permanent foundation. So it'll be set up like a normal stick-built home would be, but it's just gonna be prefab coming in.
Gotcha. And it always gets scary when you talk about the manufactured homes or the mobile homes, but I see the requirement from the state is that it be anchored in accordance with certain pre-existing standards, and
Yes.
all that will have to be met. So the question becomes, who's responsible for making sure that happens? Is that
We
the
do.
city that has to make sure that happens?
Yes, they'll obtain a building permit just like anybody else would, and then The only thing is we don't check like the wiring inside the home. We check the connections from where they run it from the pole to the house. And then we'll also check when they put it on the foundation. They'll have to dig a foundation, then build up your walls, and then set the home on it. We check all of that to make sure that that is properly done. The building inspector through my office will do that. And then they'll have a final inspection once the home's done to make sure that it was done properly.
Just one quick one. Is this the last stop for this decision, or does it have to go to like city council or somebody else?
No, this is the last stop. Special exceptions are approved solely by this group. You have to present it to the planning commission for their approval to hear what was going on, and then it comes to you for final approval. This is it.
To us. Got it. Okay.
Approve.
I have a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
And Angel recused.
And I got Angel on.
Any opposed? Special exception as requested has been granted.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate your work on that.
That's all we got.
With that, I entertain a motion to adjourn. I so move, unless there is any other business.
Second.
Second, all in favor?